Hello, hello. Today we're going to be talking about something that some of you may think is a little bit boring and maybe you haven't really taken the time to do in your business, and that is developing your own mission statement. Now, I get that because until the business before this one, and I've owned seven online businesses in the past 30 years. Golly, hard to say that. But I'd never had a mission statement until the business before this one. So I understand that. I see you. So if you don't have a mission statement, or if you feel like your mission statement isn't on track with what it is that you do or how you serve people, then hopefully today is really going to be beneficial to you. I'm going to talk about 3 simple steps that you can walk yourself through very quickly and come up with something that is going to represent your company, and more importantly, attract the right people to you. Because you think a mission statement's not important, I think, or at least I did. I'll just very quickly share. For me, I was like, is it mission statements? Like, isn't that what, like, big brands and big corporations do? I don't know. I don't think I need a mission statement, but you do. So let's break it down. That's what we're going to do today. So quickly though, as you guys are just coming in, it's Friday, y'all. It is Friday. So tell me like one thing that you plan to do this weekend. So for me, I think the one thing I'm going to do is I got some plans like a couple of weekends ago, and I haven't planted them yet. So I think that's my big plan for the weekend. At least one thing. I don't know. So what about you? What are you going to do this weekend? All right. So I'm going to pull up my screen and we're going to get started. All right. Now, here we go. Let me pull in everything. We got Mark in the house. Hey, Mark, good to see you from Wichita, Kansas. So how's the weather there? I used to have a cousin who lived out in Kansas. I don't think he's out there any longer, but all right, I'm going to get my screen pulled up here. All right, here we go. So again, 3 simple steps is what we're going to talk about today. And I want to say before we really dig in that I do have kind of a little bit of a love-hate relationship with mission statements. Most businesses, myself to be included, over the, especially the last business I had, I did a lot of what I call, businessese. It didn't really, they're stuffy in some cases. And then when you read them out, or, you read them out loud, or you're just reading them on someone's website, like your eyes cross, and, it just makes your eyes hurt to even read them or look at them. So that's what we want to avoid by all measuring sticks. We want to avoid somebody reading our mission statement and not buying into or seeing themselves as a part of that story. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to just share that what I'm getting ready to share with you right now, what is a part of a training course that I developed for my friends over at the Online brand. And we did a course that I'm going to share with you. If you want it, you can have the whole thing totally free today. It's how to write an online business plan that you actually use. Now, so this is another thing. How many of you guys have a business plan? And there's no judgment here. I mean, we're talking about mission statements today, but like how many have a business plan? Now, again, this is one of those things that I didn't see as super important in a lot of my businesses. So I'm just curious to see where everybody is. But we're going to dive in here in just a moment. So Mark is saying, I'm sharpening. Oh, good. So this is what Mark's got on in his plans for the weekend. Sharpening at a farmer's market. It's been rainy this week. Yeah, it has been lovely here. I'm in Virginia still, and lovely this week. Okay, so let's dive in. First, how many, again, I just like to get a little litmus test on how many people already have a mission statement. And then for those of you who don't, you're like, do I really need one? Let's talk about why you need one. I think it's super important. I didn't know this when in a lot of my previous businesses, like I shared with you before, but it does matter. And I'm going to tell you why. So when you have a mission statement, there is a sense of unity or a sense of alignment, because not only do you know, so like if you're a solopreneur, you're thinking, well, okay, I don't know if I need like everybody to be in alignment because it's just me. But the reality of it is, when you build out your mission statement, it gives you a sense of direction and alignment. And it's super important. And I'm going to give you some examples, because I think a lot of times when you think mission statement, you think it's big and, it's undoable, and, but that's not what a mission statement is. In fact, your mission statement should be super short. And I'm going to tell you how short in just a minute. Increases engagement when people come to your website, or if you are putting your mission statement out into the world, people buy into that, especially if it's story based. If they see themselves as a part of your mission statement, then they're going to, by virtue of that, they're going to be more in alignment with saying, hey, I see myself there. I want to do business with that particular business or that particular brand or that particular person. And so Sheena is saying, should an author have one? Yes, everyone should have a mission statement. And the next reason that you should have a mission statement is, I'm having trouble getting my slides to advance. Give me just a second here, y'all. All right, here we go. There we go. Well, there we go. Next up is attracting the right team. So again, if you're a solopreneur, or like Sheena's an author, maybe she doesn't have a team, but that doesn't mean you might not get one. As you grow your business, you're by virtue of the growth, you're more than likely going to have people working with you, whether they're working with you as a contractor or whether they're coming on and being a part of your team. The nice part about being in alignment with a core mission statement and a culture inside of your business is that people will want to work for you. They will even, in some cases, work for less than their worth, simply because they want to be a part of your business. They want to be a part of the journey that you're on. I've seen this happen so many times. I've seen it happen on a positive front, where, we get outreach all the time where people are like, hey, are you looking for, a copywriter? Hey, are you looking for, this, that, or the other thing? And they want to be a part of, what we've built. And that's very gratifying when people do outreach like that, because it signals to me that we're doing something right. Now, I've seen it in the opposite direction, where, brands or businesses, they don't have a good reputation. They don't have that amazing culture. They don't display that culture through their mission statement, or through the way that they engage with their customers, through the way they engage on social media, etc. So there's a lot of amazing things that happen when you have a strong mission statement, because it sets the culture for your organization, your business, and like I say, it can attract amazing people to you. And then the next thing is, everybody, when it comes to this, everybody is all in alignment. It goes back to, when you have a team, everybody knows the direction you're going. Not only do you and your team know what direction you're going and who you are here to serve, but the other amazing thing is, your customers are a part of that journey with you. And so but from a productivity standpoint, you and your team are all going in the same direction, and it makes a huge difference. So having a mission statement, those are 4 reasons I think you absolutely need a mission statement. So let's talk about how to write one real quick, okay? How do you quickly write one? And I want to go over some examples in just a moment and show you some good and some bad. I think that's super important, but a mission statement, I think, is misunderstood. I think a lot of times I'll read a mission statement. In fact, I'm going to give you an example of a super long one in just a moment. But a mission statement is a brief statement about who the company is and what it stands for. And I think that a lot of times it can be, it gets distorted, I guess. It gets too big. Most mission statements are between 1 and 3 sentences, y'all, and should never exceed 100 words. So if your mission statement is, bigger than that, then I would say you need to either scrap it and start fresh, or you need to circle back to it and pare it down a little bit. The mission statement in some cases can even be used as a elevator speech. Like, what do you do? What does your business do? In that case, if you can clearly articulate your mission statement in 1 to 3 sentences in less than 100 words, there's no doubt in people's minds what it is that you do, and ultimately how it might be beneficial to them. So the key to a great mission statement is to make your buyer feel like they are a part of the journey. So let me give you a quick example of this. And when it comes to understanding the journey, you want to pull people into and make them feel like they can see themselves in your mission statement in some capacity. So let me give you a quick story that might illustrate this. So a few years ago, prior to COVID, I was flying somewhere to go speak at an event, and I got to the airport, and there was this massive line to get through security. And I'm like, crud. But I wasn't super panicked because I had plenty of time, and I was like, who wants to wait in line? But I wasn't super panicked. But there were some people that were panicking, and some people were trying to cut in line, and then people were getting irate because they're like, hey, wait in line like everybody else, it was getting a little tense. People were getting a little feisty with one another. And then I noticed, I heard somebody like crying behind me, and I'm like, I turn around and I look, and there's this lady in her just crocodile tears rolling down her face. And she was a few people behind me, and the gentleman behind me, said, hey, is there something I can do to help you? What's wrong? And, everybody else that was kind of in that area heard her crying, and we were like kind of leaning in to see what she said, human nature being what it is. And she shared that she'd gotten a phone call. Her mother was terminal, and they didn't expect her to last long, and they called her home, essentially told her to come as quickly as she could. And here she is stuck in a security line, and she's worried that she's not going to be able to make her flight and get to her mom on time. So that gentleman kind of took her elbow, and literally one by one, he started moving her through the line, sharing her story. And, people were like, yeah, absolutely. You can get in front of me. You can get in front of me. He basically walked her all the way to the front of the line. But the point of it is everybody started getting behind her, and, they started sharing the story before she ever got in front. It got to the next person. So people started overhearing the story, and literally everybody was working together to move this lady to the front of the line. It was really a beautiful thing. That's what you want. You want people to feel like they're a part of your story, that they're a part of your movement, because essentially a mission statement is just that. It's an actionable component of your business. If you don't have one, then I want to encourage you to get one, okay? So going back to this, hopefully that was a great example in the story that you can, of how you want people to really move forward with your brand or your business. So here's a couple of examples. Google's mission statement is organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. So for those of us that are end users of Google, like, we can see ourselves in that, right? I mean, we want access to the world's information. So, and that's why we use Google. So, and of course, the other part of their mission is make it universally accessible and useful. So they're basically stating, hey, we are global. We want everybody to have access to information, and that's their end goal. And you can see yourself as a part of that. And here's a pet store example. To provide the best pet products at the most affordable price to foster the collective love of our furry friends. So if we have fur babies, like, how much emotion goes in, and how much love that revolves around that relationship that we have with our pets. So they have tied in the emotion part to their mission statement, which is stinking brilliant. And just hint, anytime you can pull in the emotional side and tap into people's emotions specifically, it is usually a win. Digital marketers, I really modeled ours because at the time, I guess it's been a few years back, I was in there in Digital Marketers War Room when I developed my first mission statement. And at the time, my goal was very similar to this. I'm very passionate about helping businesses, small businesses in particular, to grow. So I really resonate with their mission statement. So it's to double the size of 10,000 businesses in the next 5 years. Why? We do it because we believe that small businesses just like yours can change the world. So they tied in pulling in, not tied in, but pulling in the small business owner to let them know they can change the world, and they're there to help them. So again, a very, very positive message. And like I say, I modeled mine after theirs, and we've changed it a couple of times because now I want to be very specific about what I do and how I help people. So my goal here at KG Enterprises is to double the revenue of 10,000 online businesses in the next 5 years. We dream big, so you can too. So that's our current mission statement, and it's been shifted a couple of times, primarily to focus in on the fact that we really we here as a team, everything we do is about how can we help other people make more money in their businesses. Here is an example of a brand. Many of you know Brene Brown. She's amazing. I love her. So by the fact that I'm using this as an example of kind of what not to do, has known her per se. Okay, I just want to say that real quick. But I want to read it to you, and then I want you to listen in and let me know when your eyes start to cross, okay? So the mission of Brene Brown Education and Research Group is to develop and deliver accessible, relevant, and research-based offerings to individuals, families, communities, organizations, and schools so that people have the emotional, cognitive, and behavioral foundation they need to show up, be seen, and live braver lives. So that's a powerful combination of things, but it's like what I said out the gate when I said I have a love-hate relationship with mission statements. This is all business ease. Like, can you really see yourself in this? Can you feel like you're a part of something bigger? And she has an amazing brand, absolutely. But I feel like her mission statement doesn't reflect her brand very well. That's just my 2 cents. Now let me share another example with you. Spanx. I'm a huge fan of Sarah Blakely and all that she has done. But beyond the fact that I am appreciative of her, what I'll just own it. I also love her products. Spanx is my friend. So, but her mission statement is very succinct, and it also ties in exactly what it is, and the emotional element as well. So let me read it to you. It's to invent and enhance products that promote comfort and confidence in women. Very succinct, tells you exactly what Spanx is about, and it makes me as a woman feel like I want to be a part of this. Her product line is for me. I want products that give me comfort and confidence, right? So that's what we're trying to do with our mission statement. We're trying to pull people in to what it is that we do and how we do it for others. So here's, and just to showcase, now this is a kind of a mission statement that they did because she's in the middle of doing a big promotion. Actually, I think it may be over. It doesn't really matter. But the point of it is that she's very focused on, changing the lives of women all around the world. And this is something she has on her LinkedIn profile. So Spanx invents, inspires, and gives back. We dream big and we care a lot. So everywhere the brand shows up, they message the components of their mission statement. And I just think this is super, super powerful. So I wanted to share some examples with you. One of what not to do maybe, or it's one that's a little long. And then I want to give you a lot of other examples that are super sweet and short and powerful. Now, how do you do this? So let's talk about that real quick. 3 simple steps to writing a great mission statement. I see Elizabeth says that she does have a mission statement. Yes. Lisa says, I did a mission and vision statement last year, and it really helps me to stay focused. Excellent. I love that. Okay, so 3 simple steps to writing your own mission statement, y'all. So I want, again, you to be able to walk away today and say, I think I can put these things together. I think I can put the elements of this together. Now, keep in mind, you're not locked into anything. So you could always, evolve your mission statement as your business evolves, or if it changes, you can change. There's nothing locked in when you build out your mission statement. In fact, I've changed mine a couple of times. So the first thing you have to focus in on is, what do you do for your customer? Your business should exist to solve a problem for your customers. So you don't want to undervalue your business, but you also don't have to have a massive solution like, curing cancer, although it would be lovely if you could. But what is it that you offer your customers? That's the first thing you have to think through. And then, why do you do what you do? I think that is the next component of it as well. I wanted to share this real quick because I think in this context, this is super important. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So if your prospective customer believes in your why the way that you do, they're going to be more likely to convert from a prospect into a customer. And that makes total sense, right? It goes back to why your mission statement is so powerful, is if you showcase how passionate you are about why you're here and how you serve them, or the potential to serve your prospect, then they're going to be way more passionate about that. And then, how do you do what you do? So once you've articulated or kind of figured out what you do and your why, you're going to need to spend some time examining that process. I think that's the next thing. In the context of when I say process, for example, I'll just use one example. Maybe you are in the business of customer service, and that's your business. It's a service-based business, and you help people with their customer service. So in this example, the what behind your line of work would be helping customers arrive at solutions that solve their problems, right? But the how behind that could be take shape in so many different ways. Maybe, you offer 24/7 live chat for customer convenience. Maybe you could assign dedicated representatives to top customers for a VIP experience, for example. Or you might offer direct email communication for troubleshooting customer issues. Have an outreach plan to ensure customers are properly taken care of. These are all like components of why people would want to, or be a part of your mission statement. So next up, I had promised you that I was going to share how you could get this entire course, because this is just a component of a course that I did. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show you, kind of give you a sneak peek. So the entire course, of which you'll see down here, I've talked a little bit about the mission statement, which is right here. It's a part of this course, but it's a totally free course. There's no fees associated with it at all. It's comprehensive, so it's about how to write an online business plan that you will actually use. So as you can see here, there is, it looks like it's 11 lessons. It takes about an hour to get through. It's not super complicated, but this is what I want to share with you. There is some amazing resources inside of this course. So one of the resources is a bunch of mission statements that might give you a lot of other ideas as you're building out your own mission statements. And then this, though, is pure gold, y'all. This is a business planner that I put together. It's fill-outable. You can print it out or you can fill it out online. And it's got all the components of building out your business plan if you don't already have one. So both of these resources are super, super value-based, and you can grab them. They're for free. They're a part of this course. So how do you get the course? Let me share that with you real quick. All right, the way you get the course, you guys, is just go to kimgross.com/online academy. Totally free. You can grab all the resources. You can take the entire course, because all we did today was I pulled a component of it out, just the mission statement, because I feel like the mission statement is one of the biggest components of a business, a complete business plan. And if you don't do the whole business plan, at least do your mission statement. It will make such a big difference to your business if you get clear on why you're here and who you're here to serve and how you serve them. It's it will, I promise, it will really be beneficial to you if you can move. Let me get my mouse to work in here. I tell you, when things don't want to work, it is so annoying. My mouse has been sluggish for the past couple of days. But going back to your mission statement, think it through. Take a look at some of the mission statements. Like I said, there's example after example inside of that little course that I just told you how to get to, which is we dropped the link into the comment area, so you can just click on it. It's super easy. All you have to do is go. You do have to sign up, but it doesn't cost you anything other than your email address, and you get access to not only that course, but there are a few others as well. That are already in there, that they're building out this training portal. It's going to be amazing. I think you guys are going to get some amazing value from it. But definitely come up with at least the first run of your mission statement. I love this. So Lisa's saying, I think both are so important. I so agree with you. These two pieces have really allowed me to get my business focused and know what to do every single day. So another reason that business plans, I think, are important is if you want to get financing for your business. Most all banks will say, hey, well, where's your business plan? And I bet you, I mean, and I'm going to say this, and so there's no judgment here, because I have been in your shoes. Most of us don't have a business plan. I didn't have one until 2 businesses ago. So I know, I understand the pain. Most of the time, you're so focused on getting your business up and going and making money that you don't really have a plan. You just do the stuff day in and day out, right? I mean, am I right or am I right? And that's why we have to slow down sometimes, because these are the small, we think they're small things, we don't need them, but they are big, impactful things if we will slow down long enough to put the components together. It makes such a big difference. So Lisa's saying, right? I know, Lisa, how long have you been in business? I'm just curious, because I know I've known you for, I don't even know how long online. I recognize your name. I know you've purchased things from me in the past. So I've known you for a long time. I'm just curious as to how long you've had 8 years. So Lisa's had a business for 8 years, and she just done some of these things, put a business plan in place and got her mission statement, which is part of your business plan. But a mission/vision plan statement in place 3 years ago. So I owned and operated a business for 5 years without it. And you're saying, well, if she did it for 5 years without it, then why does she need one now? But looky here what she says after she got her mission statement in place and her business plan in place. She says, these two pieces have really allowed me to get my business focused and know what to do every single day. So boom, thank you, Lisa. You really helped me make my point there, girl. I appreciate you. Yeah, a mission statement is powerful. And I would love to hear what your what you end up with. So hint, hint, let me tell you. In this course that I just gave you guys, you can go grab it for free. There is a contest around the mission statement that you could win. So, and it's pretty valuable contest. I'm not going to give you all the details. You're going to have to go check it out, but it's built into the course, and you'll be able to get details on how you enter in the course. So go sign up for it for sure. So Rhonda says, Katie has a great question. Let me scroll back up. Ooh, so where should you put your mission statement so people can see it? Well, a lot of places. I've seen people put their mission statements, obviously on their website for sure. I have seen them create videos that showcase their mission statement, or in some cases, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of a We Believe video, but We Believe videos they encompass your mission statement, but they flesh it out a little bit more. But I've also seen them on social media profiles. In fact, that's where I found Brene Brown's mission statement. It was on her LinkedIn profile. So there's all kinds of places that you can leverage it. Great question. Is the marketing part of the biz plan? Yes. A business plan is the way we do it. We normally do a business plan for a year at a time, so that we kind of have an outline. Now, that said, we flex. I mean, even though we have a plan, so we know. It's like, I use this example quite frequently when it comes to business plans. Let's say you want to, you're going to the beach and you live in, well, anywhere north of Tampa, right? I'll just say you want to go to Clearwater Beach, right? And you just get in the car and you head north. Head south. That's not a plan. I mean, like, you could end up in anywhere, right? You may end up in Clearwater, but you may not. You could end up in Miami, for crying out, right? So the point being is that having a plan gives you a place to start and some goals. And we definitely flex, but it gives us a place to start, and it almost always evolves. And the marketing elements of it, there's financial goals that's established as a part of that year-long planning process. How do you know if you're successful if you don't have some financial goals? You just make whatever you make. Well, is that success? So you definitely need to set some goals. And so Rhonda says, once you complete your business plan, then you'll know what and how you need to market. Yes. I love that. That's much more succinctly said. I took the long way around the tree to say that. Yes, this is another great point. So Lisa's saying, I always feel like the business plan is the overall plan and the marketing plan is part of the business plan or how to get there. Well, the marketing plan, yes, I would agree, because even though you have it, and some people incorporate it into it as a part of, because normally, I'll just say this from our perspective, when we're putting our plan together, we're doing it all at the same time. We usually set aside a couple of days and, we do it all at the same time. So I kind of lump it together. But hopefully this has been helpful. And I can't wait. Like, I hope some of you that don't have mission statements, or if you do have a mission statement and you went through this and you're like, wow, Kim's right. Maybe my mission statement's a little business ease. I need to circle back to it and pare it down a little bit. That's okay. It's totally up to you. You can, one, I hope you will, at a minimum, create your own mission statement. Two, if you feel like your mission statement is not really representative of your brand or the culture within your company, then maybe you need to, circle back and recraft it. All right. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate you so much for saying that. Well, like I said, this was just I pulled out a component. I wanted to tease the rest of the course, but I feel like if you can at least do a mission statement, it gets you thinking it gets you thinking about the actual foundation of your business. And I can't tell you how many people, myself to be included in years past, that, and you can build wildly successful businesses without a solid foundation, but eventually you're going to come up against a wall. So you need to see to the foundation of your business. And that is a core component. This is a core component of it. Ooh, so Dorothy just said this. I've just updated my mission statement based on your training today. Oh, that makes me so happy. Excellent. I am so excited to hear that. All right, you guys. Well, listen, I hope that this has been helpful. Hoping you're going to go forward and do amazing things with your mission statement. Definitely go grab all of the entire course if you don't have a good business plan laid out. This particular course is focused around online businesses more so than maybe a brick and mortar business. I'm assuming that most of you are online business owners, so hopefully that will really be beneficial for you. And anyway, grab it, take advantage of it. Specifically, I think the resources are going to be super value-based to you. And I hope you have a great weekend. All right. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe and God bless.